Today we are going to start new chapter acids, bases and salts. In our daily life we come across many of the different compounds. Some are sweet in taste, some bitter, some sour, some salty and many other tastes. But we can't recognize every compound by tasting them because uh, some of the acids or bases are toxic. So they can cause serious injuries to us, some harms, burns. So we can taste every of them. So different properties are here to differentiate acids, bases, and salts. Proceeding further, what are acids? According to Liebig gave the explanation, or we can say the definition of an acid in 1838. An acid is a compound which contains hydrogen that can be replaced partially or wholly by a metal or a group of elements acting like a metal to produce salt. What is the definition meaning? This definition means that an acid is a compound. It would contain hydrogen atoms, and those hydrogen atoms can be replaced partially or wholly by a metal to produce a salt, or it could be replaced by a group of elements acting like a metal, and it would also produce salt. Let's just see some examples. Here we have sulfuric acid H2SO4, and according to Liebig, how is it acid? It contains hydrogen atoms in its molecule. This contains two atoms of hydrogen. That means it contains hydrogen atoms in its molecules. The next point is two hydrogen atoms present in its molecule can be replaced partially or wholly by metals like sodium to produce sodium hydrogen sulfate or sodium sulfate. What they mean here, that H2SO4, its hydrogen atoms can be replaced. Here, one hydrogen atom is removed and two of the sodium atoms are added to it, and it led to the formation of NaHO4, that is sodium hydrogen sulfate. Sodium hydrogen sulfate is a salt. Here, why they called it partial replacement? They called it partial replacement because out of two hydrogen atoms, only one hydrogen atom is removed and one is still there, and two sodium atoms are added. So it led to the formation of salt, that is sodium hydrogen sulfate. That is what what is written here, that is NaHO4 is salt. And then we have the example of complete replacement. Here H2SO4, there is again sulfuric acid. We have replaced two hydrogen atoms and have added two sodium atoms, led to the formation of sodium sulfate Na2SO4. Why it called complete replacement? Because two of the hydrogen atoms of sulfuric acid we have removed. That is complete replacement. We have replaced two hydrogen atoms which the sulfuric acid had, and it led to the formation of salt, sodium sulfate. Here, the hydrogen atoms present in acid that can be replaced by a metal or a group of elements are called replaceable hydrogen or acidic hydrogens. This hydrogen which got removed is called replaceable hydrogen or acidic hydrogen. These two hydrogen atoms are removed. These two hydrogen atoms would be called replaceable hydrogen atoms, or we can say them acidic hydrogens. These are acidic hydrogens. Now some of the properties according to Liebig, why sulfuric acid is an acid. The more properties are: the acid dissolves in water to make solution that turns blue litmus red. It is sour in taste. It reacts vigorously with the base to produce. Now, what is Arrhenius' concept of acids? According to Arrhenius, the definition of an acid is a substance which in aqueous solution dissociates to produce hydrogen ions. According to Arrhenius, when acid is dissolved in aqueous solution is the solution in which solvent is water. When acid dissolved in the aqueous solution, it dissociates to produce hydrogen ions H positive. H positive is called hydrogen ions or hydronium ions. Now there is dissociation of HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, is shown here. HCl is an acid which in aqueous solution dissociates to produce hydrogen ions H positive. Hydrochloric acid HCl dissociates to produce H positive plus Cl negative ions. Similarly, sulfuric acid is an acid which in aqueous solution dissociates to give H positive ions. Here partial dissociation is shown in which only one hydrogen atom is removed, and in complete dissociation both the hydrogen atoms are removed. That is the complete dissociation. In the complete dissociation, both of the hydrogen atoms get removed, but in partial dissociation, only one of the hydrogen atom is removed, leading to the formation of hydronium ions. In partial dissociation, only one hydronium ion is formed or one hydrogen ion is formed. In this, two hydronium ions are formed. Now, proceeding further, acids. Term acid has its origin in the Latin word acidus, meaning sour. It has its origin from the Latin word acidus. Here are some of the substances or some of the and their acids. Here some of the substances are provided. For example, orange, lemon, and the acid present in them are citric acid, ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is also known as vitamin C. In apple, there is malic acid, tamarind, and grape tartaric acid, vinegar, acetic acid. In curd, there is lactic acid, tomato, oxalic acid, tea, tannic acid, red ants, formic acid.